Hello, good afternoon, folks, and welcome to Kilburn Sports Complex, no less, for the State League 1 encounter between West Adelaide, the host side, and Adelaide Comets in the HPG Homes State League 1. It's Sunday, the 22nd of June, 2025. It's a 4:30 p.m. kickoff, round 15 coming up. I'm your commentator, your lead commentator, no less, for the day. My name is David Grant, and I'm enjoined in the commentary booth by none other than writer, broadcaster, photographer, and all-round sports good guy, Antonis Pagonis. Antonis, how are you?
I'm very good, David. I'm loving my new title. It's good here to be enjoying you as well.
To be fair, I did give you several of them there. It wasn't just one title. I gave you a whole bunch. But you looking forward to this tie?
Oh, definitely. It's going to be a good occasion, you know, to a Greek club, a Cypriot club who, again, Greek culture, it's always good to have clubs like this meet up because, again, it's not just a game of football. It's almost like a family reunion here. So these occasions are always great, and I'm looking forward to kick-off here at Kilburn.
Well, given your heritage, I won't ask you to take sides, but West Adelaide come into this match third in the ladder. If they win today, they will go into second. They'll leapfrog Adelaide Blue Eagles, who've been slipping up recently with a number of draws. They're on 28 points. West Adelaide's sitting at 27, so they're just 1 point behind. A little bit further down the table, though, until we get to the Adelaide Cobras. They're down in 9th on 17 points. A win today will take them up to 20, and they'll go above the Cove. I'll take you through the lineup, if that's all right, Antonis. You're ready? Okay, so the starting lineup for West Adelaide is as follows. We'll start with the goalkeeper, who's number 56, and captain Jackson O'Donnell. After that, we've got number 2, June Ota, 7, James Odenwalder, number 8, Yuya Kato, number 10 is Dion Kirk, 11, Robu Boyers, number 13, Luka Dobrovolsky, 14 is Ethan Nassau, 23 is Marco Grelli, 42 Connor Golan, and 49 Amir Ibrahim. To the Adelaide Cobras, they line up as follows. Their goalkeeper, number 1, Nicholas Harpus, number 4, Christopher Ashwood, number 6, Anthony Guicci, 7 is Nicholas Harpus, a different one obviously, number 9, Adam Harpus, number 10, Andreas Panayi, he's also the captain, number 11 is Lewis Benedetti, 14 is William Kamasi, 16 Andrew Nicola, 22 Christos Stephanopoulos, and 27 Jack Dawson. The referee today is Rosario Ayardini, and the assistant on the near side, Henry Day, and the other assistant, Gareth Lee. Cobras come into this after a 2-1 win last week. They are down near the bottom of the table. That 2-1 win came against the bottom side, Pontian Eagles. That was away from home. West Adelaide, meanwhile, last week got that 1-1 draw with Blue Eagles, Antonis, and they're one of a number of sides that have been taking points off Blue Eagles through the course of the last few weeks. Two captains in the middle, Harpus and O'Donnell, exchanging handshakes and then off to their respective huddles. It's been a mild day here in Adelaide. We've had a mild weekend, really. It was nice yesterday. Nice. This is the last game of the round, both in the men's and the women's competitions.
It's good to have the game on a Sunday, David. It's a bit of a spotlight on it, so maybe teams that haven't had too many eyeballs on them get a few more eyeballs, because again, not much going on in the football community today in our semi-pro level, but we've got two sides here at Kilburn playing today, and I'm really looking forward to kick-off. It's going to come in a moment.
Yes, it is a standalone fixture, so I don't know what else you'd be watching if you were at home and you weren't watching this, to be honest. West Adelaide come into this team, into this week's game, unchanged from last week's 11. A few changes for Cobras, as Lewis Benedetti, who started on the bench last week, also got the goal last week, or one of the goals last week. He starts. And number 16, Andrew Nicola, also comes into the starting 11 for Cobras. They dropped players Stephen Gallos and Yusuf Torre as we prepare for kick-off. West Adelaide have it. Look like they're lining up with 4 at the back. Cobras maybe with 3 at the back at this stage. It's always a wee bit hard to tell, isn't it? They don't like to give too much away early on, do they? It's certainly 4 at the back for West Adelaide. Looks like maybe 2 holding, maybe 3 in midfield and 3 up front, maybe a 4-3-3. Cobras look like, well, they've now shifted. They've got 4 at the back, and they look like 4-3-3 as well. So formation is always a wee bit hard to make out early on. Anyway, Adam Harpus will take the centre kick and get this round 15 game underway. And as we start, it's very early and I should have done it before. If you love the game, why not study it? Flinders University now offers degrees in sports, teaching, psychology, social work and more at its new city campus. Apply now for mid-year entry. And an early throw in down this side here, taken by Andrew Nicola. Ball eventually goes out for a corner. Came off June Ota last. And Cobras have a corner. You'll forgive me if I call him Omonia, won't you?
Go for it.
Old habits die hard. They were, of course, Adelaide Ammonia many years ago. I wonder if they still have the name in there.
Still part of the name.
Still part of the name, okay. So, Cobra's kick. Whipped in, goes to the near post. And it's cleared. And I hope that's not my car they're heading for again.
I do think that car there, David, you see in the corner, I think there's a competition going on. Right. For this car there, so they've got it there on display. I just hope it doesn't get too damaged by the time it's awarded in that position.
Not where I would have left it. Anyway, corner comes in, near post again. This time it's flicked on. It goes over and it'll be a goal kick. And it was Andrew Nicola again for Cobras in the early pieces there, having a few touches of the ball. It's his header that's just gone over. West Adelaide have his back underway. They play it from the back. Here's June Ota. Play is pulled back for the earlier foul. Luka Dobrovolsky will take this. Oh, he's fooled me. Marco Grelli took it. Goes back to Jackson O'Donnell, the goalkeeper and the captain for West Adelaide. Decent little crowd here, Antonis. Nice for a Sunday afternoon.
Well, that's it, and I think it does help that it is on a Sunday. Because again, if you were tossing up or you want to see that game, but it's on a Saturday and you've got your own game, it's a bit hard to make the commitment. But Sunday standalone, if you're 50-50, you're 50 in.
Aye, that's it. That's a long ball from Harpus there. Searching. Adam Harpus up front. West Adelaide have it again. They're attempting to play it from the back, but Corbins with quite a high press at this point in time. Harpus now looking like a lone striker as when they're out of possession. Corbins just sitting a little bit deeper, leaving Harpus up there by himself. Here's June Ota. Can't get the better of Christos Stephanopoulos. And Corbins have the throw. Nicola takes that throw. It's clear again. He'll get another chance.
Decent start to the game from Cobras, David. I think they've been the ones applying all the pressure early.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I mean, we're only a couple of minutes in, but they've certainly started the stronger of the two. Very early days, of course. Jarvo Boyers wins possession now in the middle of the park for West. Tries to play in Connor Golan. Connor Golan still has it. And Dobrovolsky opts for safety and goes back to his goalkeeper. Ashwood with the headed clearance there for Cobras. And eventually it comes out to this near side. Andrew Nicola again. He's had plenty of the ball down this left-hand side in these early minutes.
Good tackle there from
Connor Golan, yes. He did well. He won the ball and he managed to take it off Nicola's feet. So wins the throw in for West.
With a tackle.
Ball goes all the way back to Harpus. He clears. What's a backspin in that one? Comes back down. William Kamasi has it on the far side. He's gone long. And eventually, Christos Stephanopoulos picks it up on this near side. Plays in Nicola. Harpus was looking for Jack Dawson, but Boyers has it now for West. Ota. Grelly. And a little trip there by Nicholas Harpus in the middle of the park. West Adelaide win the free kick.
Saw Christos Stephanopoulos with the ball just before, a former West Adelaide player. I believe he played with them during their NPL year a couple of years ago. So, a bit of a reunion here today. Former player of Croydon FC as well in the NPL, who are second on the ladder right now, flying high.
They absolutely are, aren't they? West now in possession at the back. Dion Kirk plays it out to the left-hand side, but Dobrovolsky is the player who ends up with it. Here's a 50-50 ball here. Harpus gets it first. Ota marshals him, but Harpus makes his way into the edge of the penalty box. Loose ball there, edge of the box. Tried to play in James Odenbalder. Conor Golan's final ball just makes its way all through. It makes its way through to the goalkeeper, and it's easily and comfortably collected. But that's a wayward pass there. Little lapse in concentration, perhaps. Boyers comes back to Ota. Forced back by Stephanopoulos. Dobrovolsky goes back to the goalkeeper. O'Donnell, he brings it to this near side. Dobrovolsky now plays it on the ground. Ota goes in towards the middle. A solid challenge from Jack Dawson again.
Good call from the referee. No foul there. Just coming together between Dawson and Nassau. Throw in for West Adelaide. So the game's really been played in front of us, David. I feel everything's by this near line here near the benches so far.
Conor Golan now feeds it out wide. Robbie Boyers crosses. It's a good one too. And a shot and a strike. And that's in. West Adelaide go 1-0 up. 8 minutes gone. And the goal from Ethan Nassau put well past the hands and despairing reach of Harpus in goal. It's 1-0 for West Adelaide on the One World LED Sportal scoreboard.
Yeah, well picked up there from Nassau. Midfielder coming to the box late, picking up that loose ball and finishing confidently past Nicholas Harpus in goal. And again, probably the first time West Adelaide's entered the box, I reckon, David. I can't recall another time they've entered, but clinical there. First chance, first goal. Lovely finish there by Ethan Nassau.
It was, wasn't it? And I think you're right. I think that's possibly West Adelaide's first shot in goal, but Cobras maybe feeling a wee bit hard done by there. They've done the hard work over these first 8 minutes or so and haven't really tested Jackson O'Donnell in the West Adelaide goal. But Cobras one chance and they've made it count. They're 1-0 up. Throw in this near side for June Ota to take. He's stolen a few yards, but in his defence, the ball was a few yards further up the park. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt, Antonis, and just say he was honestly retrieving that rather than trying to steal any.
We can. The referee didn't. Again, I think West Adelaide coach Theo Tunis will be happy to see someone else not named Rover Boyers getting on the score sheet. Of course, Boyers is third on the league scoring charts behind
Dante Cacciavillani and Soid Sarkani.
Exactly.
I stole the words out your mouth there. I apologise. You were on a roll.
You're good.
Tell me more.
And obviously Sarkani's got a lengthy suspension that he's serving now. So a big opportunity for him to move up those scoring charts, Rover Boyers. And what an addition he's been to this side, one of the Pacific Island players here, not just the West Adelaide, in the league. Cobras have a couple with William Kamasi, and we saw Javin Alec today in the reserve. So great to see the Pacific Islanders out having a strong season, and well done to Josh Smith and the Player Performance Project for really encouraging clubs and connecting them with these wonderful players. And Adelaide's really turned into a hub for these Pacific Island players, and it's great to have them in our leagues.
Yes, no, it is. They're good to watch as well. I mean, we get a bit of an audience, out in the Pacific tuning in to watch, and so there's an interest for them too. So, no, it is good. Back underway here after a brief delay, as Cobras look to try and continue where they left off. They do find themselves 1-0 down. Here's Ashwood, looking very rock and roll these days. He used to tie it up in a bun, didn't he?
I think that's the Bailey Smith look from the AFL, Geelong's Bailey Smith with that bandana these days. It's a new fashion.
He does look like he should have a Les Paul strapped to his shoulder as West Adelaide come through again. Here's Colin Dolan, plays in Odenwalder, but Ashwood will get the better of him here, I would say. He is trapped in the corner though with not a lot of options, and he does play it out to Cobras skipper Andreas Panay.
Got to be careful there, Cobras, with Koichi giving that ball away. Can capitalize on it. They've already taken their one chance this game. Can't be gifting them to them.
Sliced clearance there by Dobrovolsky. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
That's it.
Yeah, and Cobras have the throw in this near side. Andrew Nicola with it. He goes in towards the penalty box. Flicked on by Harpus. Looking for Panayi. But O'Donnell's out quickly and clutches the ball from the air decisively.
Just having a goalkeeper like that would just fill you with confidence. A really strong goalkeeper who was a real standout at an NPL level as well a couple of years ago. So no surprise he's the captain.
He certainly leads from the back, doesn't he, Jackson O'Donnell? And is a linchpin of this West Adelaide side, which currently sit third on the ladder. If they can get the win today, they will go above Blue Eagles into second, so that's got to be their aim today.
And they would be on the live ladder now, wouldn't they, with that 1-goal lead?
Yes, they would, yep.
But again, the competition like this, so tight, every point matters, you start kicking yourself at the end of the year for dropping a point here, a point there, and I think that's exactly how Blue Eagles are feeling right now. Because again, they had West Adelaide beat last week, and Roby Boyer scored in the 91st minute to get a point for his side, and this is the only reason they're ahead now with this goal.
And here is Boyers now, tries to collect the ball, bring it down from Koichi. He's unsuccessful, and the Cobras win possession and come away with it. Here's Nicholas Harpus. Here's a crossfield ball. Aranya has it on the left-hand side. He'll cross with his left foot. He's made a liar of me and he opts to go back. The shot eventually comes in from Jack Dawson. It was blocked. Cobras still have it again. Panayi, overlapping run from Stephanopoulos, gets the cross in. Warriors now. West Adelaide clear the danger. You got Cato on the far side. Goes back. Just about 15 minutes gone now on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. 1-0 for West Adelaide, a goal in the 8th minute from Ethan Nassau. Somewhat against the run of play, we feel.
I guess the positive for Cobras haven't let that get them down. They're still playing some good football, and it's important to remember they are missing a couple of quality players. Panayotis, Manidakis and Diamond Min, both not in the squad. I'm not quite sure what's up with them, but again, there's two real quality players in different areas of the pitch they're missing, but still playing some good football, Cobra, so far today.
Yeah, I would agree with you. In fact, I might even suggest they've been the stronger of the two. Started the stronger of the two in the first 15 minutes or so. But obviously, the one stat that matters above all others is how often you put the ball in the back of the net. And West Adelaide had that one chance. They were clinical and they made sure Nassau scoring to put them into a 1-0 lead.
A very interesting point in their season, Cobras. Obviously, they parted ways with their coach, Matt Podanovsky, a few weeks ago. They've had a win last week. They had a draw against South Adelaide 1-0, and they had an 8-0 loss to Fulham. So they've had a bit of everything since that. They're ninth. They're not in trouble of relegation yet, quite a bit away from it, but they're only 5 points away from the top 6. So a real crossroads in their season. So they want to be putting their best foot forward. So they're playing some good stuff, but as you said, where it matters on the scoreboard, they are 1-0 down.
That's a beautiful long through ball from Ota to the far side. And that's too close to the goalkeeper, Harpus, and he collects it gratefully. But you're right, yeah, coming into this, Cobras, over the last 5 games, 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw. So, very mixed fortunes for them. West, meanwhile, coming off the back of the draw last week. They had 2 wins prior to that, a draw and a win in their last 5. But West Adelaide's last loss is as long ago as round 6 against, guess who? Sturt. Top of the table Sturt, 3-2 win for them back in round 6. But since then, West Adelaide haven't had a loss. They've had a number of draws, but no losses in the HPG Homes State League 1 here in South Australia. Here's Quichi now on the far side for Cobras. Eventually the ball goes out, I think maybe off Lewis Benedetti. No, my mistake. Must have come off a West Adelaide player. And William Kamasi will take the throw in now for Cobras on the far side. He goes to Quichi, and Quichi goes long. Taken down with the chest by Harpus. And here is Benedetti now. Somewhat indecisive adjudication there, but it is decided that it is a throw-in for Cobras, which they've now taken. And the ball goes all the way back through to O'Donnell in West Adelaide's goal.
Of course, this scoreline we've got now was the scoreline the last time these two teams met. 1-0 West Adelaide's way. It was Luka Chikuba, who's not in the squad today, with a goal that day. Again, West Adelaide would want to build on that, and of course, Cobras have a lot of time to be able to strike back.
Yeah, there's a long way to go. We're only 18 minutes or so into this HPG Homes State League 1 tie. Long way to go. I think both sides have sort of settled now, though, haven't they? It was quite a frantic opening 15 minutes, but both sides have sort of settled into their routine now. Pace of the game has maybe just dropped off just a little bit. Throw in the far side for the Cobras. Oh, it's a free kick. Quichi takes it short and then goes back to his goalkeeper, Nicholas Harpus.
I believe last year with West Torrens Bacala helped them get promoted, Anthony Quichi, and it's back at Cobras these days, helping them in their season. So he's got some experience at the top of that league.
Along with Christopher Ashwood, right?
Yeah, who also used to be a Bergs player. There you go.
June Ota now on this near side. Tried to thread the ball through to Connor Golan. Was unsuccessful, but does win the throw. June Ota accused of land grabbing again.
Again is the key word.
Yeah. He's asked to retreat a yard or two. He takes the throw in. Target is Robo Boyers. Golan has this down in the corner. He gets his cross in. It's a decent cross too. No takers though. Panier challenges for Cobras, but Ota has it now for West Adelaide down in the corner. Boyers, Golan come inside. Quick feet, nice ball work. Robbie Boyers at the edge of the box, but Ashwood gets the better of him. And here's Harpus on a run. And he's got the better of his opponent there. Has O'Donnell to beat. Hits the post. Chance goes a begging. Could have been 1-1 there. And appeals there from West Adelaide for the earlier infringement, which was judged to be legal. I think it's Dion Kirk who's the player who's down.
Yeah, it is.
Shoulder to shoulder.
It is Dion Kirk, and I think that was actually really well played from Adam Harpus. He used his body really intelligently, and really unfortunate that he hit the post because he did everything right, even the finish was solid. But again, wrong side of the post, unfortunately for him. But again, we continue talking about this positive play from the Cobras. They'd just be spewing that they weren't able to make a count on the scoreboard.
Well, that's it. They've had the chances, haven't they? It's and it's not that they haven't been clinical in front of goal. They just maybe haven't had that opportunity, and that was maybe the first open and clear-cut opportunity they've had. And you know, the ball striking the post. You could argue that's still on target. I don't know. Is that on target?
It's actually not on target. I think the explanation is you're not targeting the post.
That's true. But if he was aiming for the post, that's one of the best shots we've seen today.
You can ask him after the game, David. But I reckon 1-0 down, I think he'd consider that off target. But again, I reckon I'll be feeling them with a bit of confidence, knowing that in an instant you can go on a counter-attack like that and really make one of the best sides in this league hurt.
Yeah. Yep.
And again, like we say, currently as it sits, it's like, I believe it's second against ninth on the live table, but it doesn't feel like that on the ground right now.
I just stood in my own cable there. We should have a wireless headset, shouldn't we, really? Sorry if that made a bit of a noise through the broadcast there, but we're back underway. Here's Ashwood for Cobras. To try and build something up on the left-hand side. Nice feet work, nice passing movement. Stephanopoulos had it there for Cobras, but West Adelaide break it down, and it's cleared by O'Donnell. Into the night sky. Ashwood up well. Aimed for Panayi, but it doesn't quite get to him. And eventually it's cleared on the far side by William Kamasi.
See, Amir Ibrahim is going to receive the ball here for the throw-in. He's a really good young player, formerly of Cumberland, and he was with West Adelaide in the year in the NPL, and one of the few shining lights that year. It's good to see him continue his journey with West Adelaide. He's a really good young player for them. They can play in multiple positions at left back today. He's here on the ball.
Yep, receives the ball now. Ibrahim opts to go inside, finds Marco Grelli. Ball judged to have crossed the line, I think. And it'll be a throw-in for the Cobras on the far side. Koichi with it now. Tried to play in Andreas Panayi. And it's gone out, and we throw in the far side again. I think Ibrahim will be the player that takes this one too. 22 minutes gone in the One World LED Sportal scoreboard. 1-0 for West Adelaide. Goal in the 8th minute from Ethan Nassau. The difference between the two sides, but otherwise fairly evenly matched, and in fact you could be forgiven for suggesting that Cobras may be marginally the better of the two. But here come West Adelaide. The attack breaks down though. Stephanopoulos breaks away with it. Cross into the middle. He's come all the way through. Nicholas Harpus on his left. Into the box he goes. Has Adam Harpus on the other side. His shot, come cross, goes out on the far side. It'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, real danger there from West Adelaide. A bit of a slip there from Ibrahim, opened the door for Cobras, and real unlucky there. Harpus, be it finding the back post or finding Adam Harpus to tap it in. And again, you have to give him back himself. Nicholas Harpus, he is the top scorer of this side. I believe he's got 5 goals this season. He knows where the back of the net is.
Yeah, 5 goals in the league. As West Adelaide look to build up on the left-hand side now. That cross-come shot had a few of us deceived, I think, but I think it's gone quite well wide, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd love to see a replay on that. Yuya Kato, yeah.
Yeah, Yuya Kato's final ball. Just a bit wide.
But a bit of a warning there, though, for Cobras. You know, you go so close to find that equaliser again, only for West Adelaide within 30 seconds to be having a shot like that. Just got to be a little bit careful there, as I think our referee Ross Iacovini's breaking up a heated conversation in the middle of the pitch, or at least trying to.
Good refereeing, though. He takes a few steps back and he observes the situation. You can see he's communicating with the players there, so...
It feels like circle time in the primary school. The way
is he going to make one of the players go sit in the corner? Face the corner flag for 4 minutes? He get the sin bin? Time out.
Go take that corner.
Time out in the corner. Sit in the quadrant and have a think about yourself and your behaviour today. Just a quiet word, I think, now with the there's a couple of players involved. Nicholas Harpus out there, and maybe Dobrovolsky is the other player. To be honest, it wasn't near the ball, though, so obviously just a little coming together off camera and off the ball.
So no harm done, no cards, everyone's still on their feet, and we get to restart play with Anthony Queechy at the back.
Ibrahim now for West Adelaide. What's a 50-50 ball? Judged to come off Ota. And Cobras playing with some urgency here. Have possession. Ashwood makes his way forward. Blocked though by Boyers. Jack Dawson cleans up for Cobras. .25 minutes gone on the One World LED Sportal scoreboard. Here come Cobras through the middle.
Dangerous there. Nicholas Harpus did get a touch on that, but the assist on the far side had his flag up already, so it wouldn't have counted. Again, we have spoken about Rover Boyers, but his striking partner nearly had a chance to dribble towards the goals there before. Jimmy Odenwalder is the other top scorer of this team. I think he's got 6 goals so far this season. Moved over the off-season from Adelaide Croatia Raiders and is enjoying life here at Kilburn, playing some good football.
Yeah, sometimes it's worth just taking, maybe this, I won't say down the leagues, but, get first-team football at a tier below is the way to go and breathe new life in your career. But here come West Adelaide now into the box. Eventually it's cleared, though. And Cobras have it now on the break. Harpus on the far side. There's a pretty good chance, if you're not sure who the player is, if you say Harpus, is like a 1 in 3 chance that you've got the right name. They're coming together there, and I think there's a card out. Indeed there is. It's a yellow card, I think maybe for Adam Harpus.
Like you said, if you say Harpus 1 in 3, then you're correct.
So, yeah.
I reckon you're probably right. That's Adam Harpus. That's got that booking. And I just want to go back to your point, while we've got a bit of a stop in play here. You want to see players backing themselves. Same with young Marco Grelli in the West Adelaide midfield. You can spend years playing for the reserves of an NPL club, but once you see that there is no pathway through, I think you're much better off taking that step down in the league, going from an NPL reserve to a State League 1 senior side. That's going to do your world of good. And we see that with someone like Grelli and Odenwalder being big parts of a winning team here in State League 1, and that can launch you forward, be it you get promoted with your team, or an NPL club or your old club come knocking and saying, oh, we've already got that relationship, we'd love you to come on board now. So you can start being seen in a different light rather than a youth player, a senior, confident player.
Yeah, that's it. Just reset the clock. I mean, I've done it myself. When I played, I always wanted to play first-team football. I didn't want to play reserves, even if it was for a team at a higher level. It was always first-team football for me. And when I moved into coaching, very briefly, and I wasn't very good at it, I'll remind you. But when I moved into coaching, that was always my advice to players. It's like if there's no game for you here, there's nothing wrong with taking a step to down the tiers and get yourself some regular first-team football. You're back on the radar then as well.
I think players, especially the young ones, are too comfortable, in the club that you've played since you were a young child, playing with a lot of your friends. So it's a very big call to make, but I think a lot of players that do make the call will tell you about how beneficial it can be if you make the right move and you give a good account for yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree with you, Antonis. Gosh, we're getting on well today, aren't we?
We always did, David.
Here are Cobras on the far side. Lewis Benedetti in possession. As they try and get some breathing space, but it's a misplaced pass that sets West Adelaide off. The target, Rovu Boyers, Solomon Islander internationalist, of course. And as you mentioned before, Javin Way Alec, another Pacific Island internationalist, playing in the reserves for Cobras. I hadn't realised he'd left Campbelltown, so it was a bit of a surprise for me to see him there.
Join the team, David.
Oh, you didn't know either?
No.
Oh, okay.
When I pointed at the team sheet to you, I was very confused.
It was definitely him, though, wasn't it?
It was
it
definitely
was his
him.
name that was in the thing.
But again, same with him. If you feel this is the right move and you can make an impact down here, it can help you springboard back. Either if you can get Cobras up or another club may come knocking. Oh, we saw him play at Campbelltown. He's doing pretty well here.
There's a little chance here for West Adelaide to come through the middle. June Ota as the player has ended up with it, but Ashwood will clear this one up. Plays a nice ball down with his feet. Nicholas Harpus crosses with his left, but it's cleared in the middle there by the ever dependable Luka Dobrovolsky.
Been really involved in the defensive efforts of West Adelaide today. Going back on Javin Alec, I reckon when he does, I guess, get his fitness up and plays senior minutes for Cobras, I reckon the benefit there is you can play someone like Christopher Ashwood into the midfield rather than the centre-back position, and I reckon that benefits all around having another senior head in the team, strong defensively, can go forward. Time will tell.
Well, Ashwood certainly looks good when he comes forward, doesn't he? As he races out of the defence, but it's a corner for Cobras now. It's been taken by Panayi, goes to the back post, uncontested header, and West Adelaide clear their lines. And as far as Jack Dawson knows, he's dispersed the ball back to Panayi. Here's a cross in with his left foot. It's a free header, unmarked, from Adam Harpus, but he just doesn't get the body right.
That was a wonderful cross by Andreas Panayi. Straight exactly where you wanted, and almost too perfect there for Adam Harpus, who probably expected to get a touch on the way. Something like that, couldn't quite capitalise on it, but a superb cross from the captain.
Yeah, he's probably worse. He's probably used to worse deliveries than that. But anyway, here come West Adelaide down the right-hand side. Golan can't quite get his body round or the space for the cross.
He's paid the corner.
Yeah, he's paid the corner. Yeah, it must have been blocked. There's a protest there from Cobras, but yeah, it looked like a corner to me, to be honest. West Adelaide corner, down in the corner. Where else would you take it, I suppose?
And I do think it might be their first corner too for the game, actually.
It's James Odenwalder with this. He goes short to the near post. Rovu Boyers tries to flick it on, but it's ineffective. They still have possession of West Adelaide. Here's Ethan Nassau, the goal scorer, back in the 8th minute. There's a couple of 1-2s with Marco Grelli. West Adelaide just holding on to possession at this point in time. Little chip over the top. That's a beautiful ball. And he's onside. Steadies. And Dion Kurt, the player there, who just couldn't quite get the cross right. Didn't really have the support, though, but what a wonderful through ball by Luka Dobrovolsky to set him up.
Great ball and great run to be able to beat that offside trap there from Dion Kirk. And again, they'd be kicking themselves to West Adelaide because that's a superb chance. Really well played, as they'll have another corner here with Marco Grelli on our near side.
And here is Grelli with the corner. Hands in his head. What does that mean? We'll find out in a minute, Antonis. It means he's going to hit it in towards the D. It's low and just chipped up in the air by Rovu Boyers, I think. But collected by Nicholas Harpus, who has now distributed it up the park. June Ota, the West Adelaide player, back there to win the ball back. And they come away with it with Marco Grelli, who just took that corner. Rovu Boyers now in the overlapping run. Right-footed cross, but it's too easy for Ashwood. He'll take that. Sorry, James Odenwalder. Nicholas Harpus for Cobras. Lost the ball in the end. It's a throw in for Cobras, which they're trying to take quickly.
Really on top of that today, our referee, but where throw-in should be taken. As Andrew Nicholas forced a few meters back.
Ibrahim up in the air to try and win that. Centre back, and he finds his defensive partner, Ashwood. 35 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. 1-0 for West Adelaide. Goal in the 8th minute from Ethan Nassau. A well taken shot from just inside the penalty area to put West Adelaide into a 1-0 lead. But Cobras equal a 3 on the night so far.
Free kick there.
There's a little bit of niggle out there again between a couple of the sets of players. We have had a little bit of that earlier on. And a yellow card.
And that's for, I reckon that might be for Amir Ibrahim, I believe. We might go check on it at half time and confirm that for you.
I actually think it's, I'm not sure it is for him, but yeah, well, we can check it at half time. I think it might have been Connor Golan, but we'll find out in due course. Either way, it's a free kick. Lewis Benedetti over it for Cobras. And all the players lined up. Like nursery, actually a nursery school thing. They're all lined up together there. Everyone's got a partner. Just at the penalty spot.
And that card was for Connor Golan, David, correct.
Is that 1-0 David over you, over Antonis?
Actually, I'm having another look.
I'll talk through this piece of action while you're doing that then. Here comes the free kick for Cobras. Benedetti over it. A little bit of a delay while the referee watches the action between the players. Here comes the free kick. Not great and cleared by Dion Kirk.
And David, it was Dion Kirk's yellow card,
Oh,
so we were both wrong.
0-0.
Unlike our game today.
Was it Dion Kirk, was it?
Yes.
I was so sure it was young Connor Golan.
Cross comes in.
Oh, and a missed header there. Up in the air went Christos Stephanopoulos. And there's another.
I feel like the game's heating up a little bit.
Yeah.
David, here it feels like everyone's just going in a bit harder after those couple of challenges that we've had, especially the Cobras players who are looking for this equaliser. The final minutes of this half.
It is a corner for Cobras. Taking with the right foot, goes in towards the near post. Ibrahim's the player who gets his head to it and he clears only as far as Stephanopoulos. He pops it back into the middle. There's an appeal for handball. It's waved away by the referee.
Turnover.
Yeah, Cobras have given it away. That's a beautiful through ball there by Connor Golan for Yuya Kato. But it broke down in the end. Just about 5 minutes to go till the break. And I get to treat Antonis Pagonis to a little cup of tea and maybe some of the local cuisine here as West Adelaide come through here. June Ota, little incident off the ball, and it's been pulled back. And it will be a free kick for West Adelaide. Referee Rosario Ayokabini.
Committed by Andrew Nicola on Adelaide a chance to get the ball in the box with, like you said, about 5 minutes to go. And what an awful time it would be for Cobras to concede another goal.
You're trying to jinx them.
Not quite. I'm liking the game where it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's evenly poised, isn't it? From our perspective, objectively speaking, it's been a good first half to watch.
Yeah, we're commentating a game yesterday with Seb O'Neill, Metro Stars FK Beograd, and Beograd scored, the Metro Stars scored right after to restore their advantage, and you're like, what was that all about there?
Spoil sports.
Funny things happen sometimes.
Here's June Ota's free kick now. No, he's left it. It comes in with the left foot from Marco Grelli. And a little bit ineffective for me. West Adelaide still have it. Here's Ibrahim at the edge of the box, tries to get a left foot shot in. But it goes all the way through to Nicholas Harpus, the goalkeeper for Cobras, and he collects. And they play out from the back. Anthony Cucci now. He goes up the line. Was looking for Lewis Benedetti, but it ends up going all the way through to the goalkeeper, Jackson O'Donnell, and he clears. Jack Dawson on the far side plays in Lewis Benedetti again. Before Panayi plays it out to this near side. Here come Cobras on the left. Stephanopoulos in a duel with Ota. One that Ota wins and gets the free kick for.
Yeah, held his ground there well, Ota, against a couple of Cobras players.
.42 minutes gone in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. West Adelaide currently 1-0 up, but it has been a very even contest. As Cobras look to try and play out from the back. Harpus and Cucci playing a 1-2. Odenwalder pays them some attention. They still have the ball, Cobras on the far side. Panayi with it. Receives it back. Plays in Adam Harpus. Adam Harpus again. No way forward. He's forced inland. And his final ball is poor. And West Adelaide have it. Here's June Ota now. Crowded out in the middle, but he still has the ball. Late challenge there, but advantage played. And the final shot just wide.
It's great play there from Jonathan, taking responsibility onto himself, charging through that midfield and playing the ball out to Yuya Kato, his compatriot, who just hits the ball wide, and he's done it a couple of times, Kato, this half. He'd be hoping he would have at least placed them on target, because, again, we could be talking game over if he takes those chances.
You feel if West Adelaide get another, it's game over?
It's not quite, but that's a couple of goals that you could have had.
It would be difficult to see. I mean, I think Cobras are capable of getting a goal here. You know, they've looked all right going forward. Just maybe lacking that clinical edge up front. But, you know, it's difficult to see them scoring more than one or two. More than two or three, should I say.
But, a goal just changes everything. So it changes the momentum and teams start looking very different. So, he scores one or two of those shots. You don't know how it looks, but again, really evenly poised still, the game with a couple of minutes to go before the referee's halftime whistle. And either team deals a blow here and it gets very difficult for the other. Halftime talk changes very, very much, doesn't it?
Well, the pressure's on the coaches at halftime here. I think you're right. I mean, can they inspire their troops to lift? Because I think if a team is to win this, they're just going to have to lift just that little bit more than they currently have, and that goes for both of them for me. But it's a Cobras free kick.
Playing quite high, West Adelaide.
Ball comes in towards the penalty spot. Ashwood got up for it. He ends up with Cucci, and he plays the ball back across the face of goal. He's looking for Nicholas Harpus. It's ended up with Jack Dawson on his left foot. He's chipped it over the top. Cucci with a header. O'Donnell was up quickly, and it's offside anyway. It won't count.
Just in the final minute of regulation here, before any time that referee Rosario Cavini decides to add on.
I think both sides can probably be quite happy with their first half performance. I mean, Cobras 1-0 down. They're obviously not going to be happy about that, but otherwise the performance has been okay. Would you agree?
Oh, exactly. They've good account of themselves. And again, like I said, the biggest compliment you can pay them is it doesn't feel like second against ninth.
True. That's a very good point. That's why I've got you on board, Antonis. As Ibrahim looks to try and clear up for West Adelaide, he pops it back into the middle. Foot race there.
Difference has been Ethan Nassau just taking one chance.
That's it. And he took it very well back in the 8th minute to put West Adelaide 1-0 up in the One World LED Sportal scoreboard. Down to the corner. Oh, and a little pull in the shirt maybe. Which I think maybe the guilty party there has a little tug on Yuya Kato's shirt and he goes to ground.
And into the referee's book as well. Joining his teammate Adam Harpers. And they get a bit easier to be on a yellow card as a forward than a central defender, David.
We're into the 46th minute here, or the first minute of additional time in this first half, so you would feel that this might be the last attack of the term. And right, what a time to concede if Cobras do so here. And what a time to score if West Adelaide can do so here.
Exactly. It's, again, a real moment that can decide a game here.
Interesting that they've got a 3-player wall there. It's probably a little bigger than you would normally see it from that angle. Must be fancying a shot on goal here. And it is a shot on goal, but Tarpas punches clear. Ibrahim has it on this right-hand side. He's drifted over to the side after spending first half on the left.
I think it was the set piece that found him in that diagonal position where he actually is, as he starts to slowly make his move back into more familiar ground on the left.
Yes. West with the ball on this near side now. Nice footwork there. Ball ends up with Ota with a cross. It's very deep. There's nobody there though. And that one will probably go out for a throw in the far side. At which point the referee has made the decision that he's had enough of this. He wants a break. And you and I deserve a break as well, Antonis. What have you made of the first half?
Like we said, it was an even first half, David. Again, Cobras are giving a good account of themselves, haven't been able to take their chances. And one chance taken by the hosts with Ethan Nassau is the difference. But again, if you told me it would be level or Cobras would be leading, I'd understand that as well, because they've definitely created enough to be level or even ahead, you can argue. And also, West Adelaide could have easily had another goal. So, again, it's a hint of a very even matchup, which I think the stats suggest.
The stats do suggest that. 4 shots on goal for each side. 2 on target for West Adelaide, one of which, of course, they scored, and 1 for Cobras. And I'm disappointed that a shot that hits the post isn't one.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
What I'm excited about, the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans with sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect mix.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
It's deemed as an Italian club. That's a bit fictitious. They called it Salisbury Internationale because that's what it was. It was full of internationals from all walks of life, and it continues to be that. Obviously we had an Italian background, right, but throughout the 50 years, it's been a big dynamics, and it's still changing. So it's great.
I think it's an exciting opportunity. Obviously the new State League 2 system, got the North and South, and I think the final series is definitely something that we want to be a part of and want to be involved in, so it's definitely an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, when I've seen State League 2 North, I was all over it. So I was all about it, wife was all about it.
Always been a northern boy. I'm 30 seconds down the road. Played for this club for 4 years a while ago, and it's just my family as well, been here as well, so it means a lot.
Everyone around the club's been so welcoming. All the people on the committee and around the club were so nice from day one, and same with the players. Got some nice experienced players out here who are really nice and welcoming to some of our younger players, so that's been really nice to have.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
For Skimitsi against Ulash.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
What I'm excited about the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans through sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect thing.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
Hello, good evening, good early evening, and welcome back to the Kilburn Sports Complex for the second half of this HPG Homes State League 1 tie between the host side West Adelaide and their visitors, Adelaide Cobras. I'm your host, David Grant, and I'm joined by Antonis Bagonis. Just before I go over to you, Antonis, I'm just going to remind everybody the score is on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard, 1-0. A goal way back in the 8th minute for West Adelaide, who have been more clinical, arguably, in front of goal than their counterparts. Ethan Nassau, the scorer there. And the other thing I'm just going to mention before we go over to you, Antonis, to see how you're doing, is love the game, why not study it? Flinders University now offers degrees in sport, teaching, psychology, social work and more at its new city campus. Apply now for mid-year entry. A bit late for me. I'd be a very mature student, I think, if I was applying for that. But anyway, Antonis, how was your half-time break? Did you enjoy it?
It was good, David. There's some Greek music out here at Kilburn. Bit of rain out here for anyone that's just tuning back in, so keep that in mind. Conditions will be a bit slippery, and I wish we could transmit smells, because it smells like a Greek barbecue out here, and I'm really enjoying it.
I was not sure where you were going with that, but I'm glad it was about the cuisine, as we are back underway in this near side. As far as we can make out initially, no changes to either side. And the second half underway as West Adelaide look to come forward in numbers already. Ota on the far side cuts back, and a strike and a very early goal. Rovu Boyers scored last week, scores this week. It puts West Adelaide 2-0 up in the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard.
And joins Sarkani on 10 goals, equals second on the league table for top goal scorer. And he keeps going from strength to strength, Rovu Boyers, but great from West Adelaide. Lovely play to start the half, but gutting blow for Adelaide Cobras that we said were even, at least on open play with West Adelaide, but a goal behind, now 2 goals behind. That hill just became a bit more of a mountain, didn't it, David?
It did, yeah. So Rovu Boyers moves on to 10 league goals for the year. He's equal with Soy Sarkani, who we have spotted in the crowd here, no less. He's here watching. The start player currently serving a suspension. They're both 1 goal behind at Dante Cacciavilliani of the Blue Eagles, who's on 11 league goals for the year. But what a bright start for West Adelaide. And, you know, it's very early days. There's still a long way to go. Cobras have been playing well enough, but can we see them scoring 3 goals against this West Adelaide defence? It's difficult to see that. But 1 goal could change it all for them, couldn't it?
That's it, David. And it's also, we spoke about how awful it would be to concede just before half-time. Well, the second worst time, I think, Cobras conceded in. First minute of the play, coach has had his chat to his players, go do this, go do that, all out the window, because, again, goals change games, and that happened to Cobras a minute in. So how do you readjust from here? How do you keep your spirits up? How do you keep driving towards this? So we'll see now with Andrea Panayi with a free kick for Cobras.
Yep, Cobras captain Panayi preparing to take this free kick on this near side. Hoping to get his team back in it. And as we mentioned, I wouldn't write them off just yet, but they do have a hill to climb. Here comes that free kick. O'Donnell commits and then withdraws. Ball goes out to the back. But it's offside. But it was a nice finish, wasn't it, by Adam Harpus on the far side. Nice technique, nice strike. But it counts for nothing when you're offside. Or was it a foul, actually?
I'm pretty sure it was a foul.
Yeah.
Either way, same result as they give the ball away.
They have given the ball away. Harpus picks it up. Finds Harpus. And eventually the final shot comes in. And it's over the top. But they do have the corner.
Yeah, Stephanopoulos, I believe that was. They were quick to foil him there, West Adelaide. But architects of their own demise there a little bit. They gave the ball away, and you might be a couple of goals up now, but you can't be giving away the ball like that. Got to be a bit more careful, as Cobras will take a corner now on the far side.
And the corner comes in. It's right into the middle of the mix. And it breaks to Lewis Bendetti, but he can't get a clean shot on it. But Cobras still have the loose ball here. Shot eventually comes in to the far post from Andreas Panayi, but it's wide and it's a goal kick.
Tell you what, it's be an awful feeling for Cobras, because they're still creating, they're still doing well, but instead of getting closer, they've actually gone further on the scoreboard. Again, football's a game of moments, and West Adelaide's taken their moments, and Cobras just haven't yet, and that's why they find themselves a couple of goals behind here.
I think, to be honest, that's been the difference between the two, isn't it? I mean, they've both been fairly evenly matched through the back line, through the middle of the park. But up front, West Adelaide have just taken those chances. And here they come again on that far side. Cross comes in. Cato, the target. But Cobras come away with it. Ndeti forced back, and he gives the ball away. And Boyers is in, but so is Ashwood. A tussle between the two. It comes out to Kamasi on this near side. He plays in Ashwood. Cobras look to try and build on the right-hand side. Ibrahim will get to that first, concedes a throw in.
Just a bit of a bizarre one there, wasn't it? They kind of flicked the ball back, and Ashwood didn't realise it was for him because it wasn't close to him, and it allowed Jimmy Odenwalder to break through, but no harm done at the end as Cobras attack here again.
And here come West on this near side. Cato, the player who had the ball, but they've contrived to lose it. And it's back with Cobras. Here's Quitchy. Chips up, chips long. Easily taken though by West Adelaide. Marco Grelli on the ball now. It's challenged by Andrew Nicola. And eventually it comes to June Ota on that far side for West Adelaide. Bundled to the ground illegally, and it's a free kick.
He's really strong on the ball, June Ota, David. He's been able to absorb a couple of these challenges and get a foul from them throughout the game today. It's a really good way to relieve the pressure.
Right word in the offender's ear from the referee, Rosario Ayokabini. He's assisted by Henry Day and Gareth Lee tonight. West Adelaide back underway. Straight through the middle. Ball goes out to the right hand side. Cross comes in and it's whipped in, and that is a fine save by Harpus. Candidate for save of the week, I'd say. Great reflex save at the feet of Connor Golan. And here come Cobras now in the counter. They still have possession. Breaks to Panayi. He comes out to this near side. Kamasi. Play on. Quitchy will get to this first. Andrew Boyers loses out in that challenge, and the ball goes to Ashwood. And here's Odenwalder. And I think what throws me off between Boyers and Odenwalder is they both look the same from a distance, and they're both wearing the same boots. I just see
they've got a similar build, similar boots, don't they?
Similar build, similar boots, and I just see that
similar position as well.
Yeah. Maybe if one of them could turn his shirt inside out, it'd be helpful, wouldn't it?
Don't know if the referee would agree with this.
It'll help us, though. It'll help me. So forgive me for getting the players confused there. There's Odenwalder goes to ground. Cobras have it now. Benedetti with the long ball forward there. And that's a wild shot from Nicholas Harpus. But at least he's having a go.
That's it. You know, it opens up. You back yourself, especially if you're your team's top scorer. Again, West Adelaide will look to take a bit of a breather there. They're not in any hurry, of course. A couple of goals up. Game's on their terms.
Absolutely, yes. They are dictating that just now. In terms of the pace of the game, they can slow it down or speed it up. It's at their discretion. Boyers or Odenwalder. No, it's Boyers. And he's out. Panier with it now. West Adelaide contrive to win it back. Boyers again. Solid tackle by Ashwood. He's been very good at the back today, hasn't he?
He has. Just unfortunately gives the ball away from him now and needs to get back before this West Adelaide attack.
And here comes that West Adelaide attack. Ball into the middle. Target is Cato. He's still got it at his feet. He has Odenwalder on the free behind him, but he couldn't get the ball to him, and Cobras come away in the counter now. Here's Stephanopoulos on the far side. Aims to cross with his left foot.
It's going to go off of him.
Defending, it's a goal kick.
Yeah, it went off him. Took a bit of a ricochet off the defender and off him before going out. That's where you saw his marker there in Dobrovolsky just kind of shepherding the ball out.
West Adelaide get us back underway. Ball through the middle. Misplaced pass. Connor Golan squeezing the ball out to the far side, but he was just ahead of his teammate, and Cobras have the throw in. Ball still in play. Little wrestling match on the far side. Decision goes West Adelaide's way.
I wonder how long it will take for especially Cobras to go to their bench if they see they can't break through, especially someone like Hinata Kojima, who I've seen play before, is a really quality player. I can add a bit more to what they're trying to do out there, so something to keep an eye out for who they bring on Cobras as West Adelaide attack on the far side.
And the cross comes into the middle. Cato the target, but it goes out. And they do have the throw in. It's a bit of an appeal there. It's actually been given the other way. And given Cobras' way. Remember, if scores do stay this way, West Adelaide will move up to 30 points. They'll be ahead of Blue Eagles, who are on 28 points. But they'll still be 9 points distant of the league leaders, Sturt Lions, who've played 15 games already, of course. They've already played their round 15 game. Won 13 and lost 2 for Sturt. West Adelaide currently won 8, drawn 3 and lost 3. And here they come, moving forward again. Challenged by Panier, results in a free kick for West Adelaide.
It's very hard to see anyone catching Sturt, David, similar to Metro Stars in the NPL. So if Theo Tunis wants to take West Adelaide up like he's done with Para Hills previously, he might just have to be remaking that grand final. But again, you never know. We've got another 7 or so weeks to go after this. Crazy things have happened.
Absolutely, yeah. And you can be top of the table all year and not be crowned champions because of our finals series, can't you?
That's it.
Yeah. As the ball comes out the middle, Ibrahimi is the target. He gets his head to it, but it's really just placed back towards the goalkeeper, Nicholas Harpus.
Of course, in this league, though, top spot does get you a ticket straight up. So even though you're not the champion quite yet, you get what you...
NPL. Refresh my memory, Antonis. How long is it since West Adelaide were up the top? Is it 2 years they were?
This is the second year, I believe.
So
yes.
2 years they've been down. I should know that. I'm the lead. I'm supposed to know all that sort of stuff. But it just, I didn't have it in front of me, and I thought it was 2 years, but I wasn't certain.
Just my head's not working. I'm trying to remember.
I have trouble remembering what I did last week. Never mind 2 years ago. But here come West Adelaide on the far side. And the linesman's indicated, I think, a free kick for a foul on a Cobras player on the far side, and Nicholas Harpus makes his way over to take that free kick.
Yeah, 2 years, David. This is the second year, which they're looking for a return. But again, they're not the only ones. Adelaide Blue Eagles, who they played last week, and they're currently just above, have been away from the league a tad bit longer than them, and they've been tantalisingly close the last couple of years, and they'd be very keen to go up. Of course, it does look like Sturt have a foot in the NPL, still a long way to go, but after that there's only one spot left.
Yeah, currently the top 6 are Sturt first, Blue Eagles second, West Adelaide third, Salisbury United fourth, Fulham United fifth, and Cumberland sitting in 6th spot. That's your top 6 in the HPG Homes State League 1 as Cobras come forward here. Little chance. It broke to Benedetti. Didn't quite make the clean connection required to get the shot in. But they still have the ball, Cobras, and they look to reset, rebuild. Here's Quichi on this nearer side.
And the other side I'd be looking at in that promotion battle will be Salisbury as well, who done all things right since getting promoted from State League 2, and very ambitious club.
Had a great first year in the HPG State League 1 last year, didn't they? And, you know, a lot of teams coming up from State League 2 would probably be looking to just maybe consolidate status in the division above. But, you know, finals was their target, and they achieved it. And, of course, this year they're sitting in that top 6. They're on course for finals. And as you say, there's probably only 6 or 7 rounds to go before final starts. And, you know, this season's going to be over before we know it. It goes so quickly, doesn't it?
That's it.
As Cobras come forward on the far side through Stephanopoulos. Cuts back, but his ball's poor. They still have the ball. Marod down the left-hand side, aiming to get the cross in. It's cut back. And that's a shot. And that's a beauty, but a little bit wide. It goes out cleanly, though. It'll be a goal kick.
Yeah, that was a really strong shot there from, I think that was Stephanopoulos, I believe.
I think so too, but I didn't want to commit to the name until I turned around and I was certain.
Agonisingly wide, though. Again, elected to leave it, Jackson O'Donnell. But again, we talk about games and moments. Just get one of those moments right, it just changes the game, doesn't it?
It does. It would turn it in his head, and it was Christos Stephanopoulos with that shot. So yeah, you're right. I mean, 2-0 is one of those leads, isn't it? You know, it's the famed 2-goal lead. It's the most dangerous of all the leads. Surely not as dangerous as a 1-0 lead, though. Eh?
Well, you know, West Adelaide didn't want to find out today.
No. And here are West Adelaide back in possession at the back. Comes to Jackson O'Donnell. His pass is a little bit short there to Dion Kirk, but they contrive to clear the ball anyway. And they have it on the far side. Got up, only succeeds in finding Ashford, and the ball's cleared by Cobras again. It'll be thrown in the far side for West Adelaide. Take that throw in. Rover Boyers doesn't quite win the ball. Cobras have it, but as soon as they have it, they almost contrive to give it away again. But still have it now in the middle of the park. Harpus comes out to the near side. Lewis Benedetti makes a beeline for the byline. The ball goes out. The referee decides it's a goal kick. Benedetti wasn't so sure.
Very well done there, though, from Amir Ibrahim, tracking down and putting that tackle in to win the ball back for his side.
We have the goal kick. Now West Adelaide. They like to go short. Cobras players are teased forward. West Adelaide come away with it. It's an overlapping run, but Nicholas Harpus, the goalkeeper, will go there quickly and he clears it. Ibrahim chips forward for West Adelaide. Cato now comes back to corner goal and he makes his way to the penalty box. Golan on his right, cuts back. Odenwalder with a snapshot with his left. Doesn't get the power. Direction was okay, just didn't get the power. Maybe a bit hit a bit harder and he might have got something there.
Just really tidy there, though, from Connor Golan in a tight area to be able to attract those 2-3 Cobras players before laying it back to his teammate. Just the football their coach Theo Tunis would like to be seeing from his side. And you might not get the goal, but you did that a couple of more times, you're definitely getting a goal out of it.
We're now 65 minutes into this HPG Homes State League 1 tie. 2-0 on the One World LED Sportal scoreboard as Cobras come forward. Ball cut into the middle for Harpus, intercepted by Ota. But this is the point in time where you think you might start to see a few substitutions made, Antonis.
Just keeping an eye on the bench there with Enzo Giannone, see if he does call one of his players who are all out there warming up.
Here's Ashwood in the far side now for Cobras. He goes long. Ibrahim is equal to the task though, brings the ball down beautifully, doesn't he? Comes away with it. Oh, that's a rugby tackle, that one, by Lewis Benedetti. And an easy decision. That's the easiest decision the referee will have to make all night.
I was going to say, it's the easiest yellow card he's going to give today. And again, accepting of it is Lewis Benedetti. He knows what he was doing there, beaten by Ibrahim. So you take one for the team. And it's going to be Andres Panay is having a chat with his coach as the man I said should be coming on will be coming on. It looks like Hinata Kojima is getting ready to come on. Just saw him take his bib off. I'm assuming he's going to be receiving instructions, and we'll see him on very soon. We'll see if he can make a difference.
Just to go back to Lewis Benedetti, came on last week in the 78th minute and scored 4 minutes later in the 82nd minute in their 2-0 win against Pontian. But felt the need to bring his opponent down there and has received a yellow card. Confirmation of that now. In the meantime, in this near side, West Adelaide players taking advantage of the respite to issue instructions to some of their players. Cato and Connor Golan on this near side.
I think they just wanted a drink, but they also received instructions.
Dion Kirk gets his back underway for West Adelaide. Ball into the middle. Boyers with the flick. It didn't get through to Odenwalder, but West Adelaide still have it. Here's Cato now in the ball. Tries to find Golan, but he's crowded out by Cobras. There's Ibrahim. Nice play again by these guys. Ibrahim receives it back.
Slow, no look pass there from Grelly.
It was a little bit, wasn't it? Ball goes over to the middle there. Dobrovolsky clears. And West Adelaide look to build something up on the right-hand side now. Connor Golan pushes the ball out wide. First time cross. That goes out. Corner kick.
And the sub will be made.
And as you mentioned before, Hinata Kojima, the player coming on.
I think it might be for Christos Stephanopoulos, I believe.
It looks like he is the player who's making his way off. He doesn't seem to be in a great rush. 2-0 down, all to play for.
That's delaying the West Adelaide corner, Dave. You don't buy it?
No.
I think he's just a bit disappointed, and understandable because he's played a big role in today's game and he feels like his team probably deserves a bit more than being 2-0 down.
I think you're probably right there. He's had a good game and I'm not sure what the thinking is behind it. But obviously a change to be made, and this is the time in the game where you would start to see changes made. As we have the rain coming down again. Luckily we're in the executive suite and we're okay, but the ball comes in from this cross. Harpus has missed it. It was deflected on, and it goes out for a corner on the far side, on the other side.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's an awful time to be defending a corner because it just gets a little bit more difficult to control the variables.
West Adelaide corner then on this near side. It goes short. Odenwalder was the target, but eventually it comes to Cato and it goes out off him, and it's a goal kick for Cobras. Harpus with it now. Chips up in the air. Ibrahim gets his head to it. Only succeeds in possession. Cobras not cleanly anyway. And eventually West Adelaide have it. Ibrahim has it. Plays out to the side. Cato brought to ground there very strongly. Cassini, and it's a yellow card for him.
A few yellow cards now for Cobras. I think they're up to 4 with Adam Harpus, Anthony Quichi, Lewis Benedetti, and now Kamasi.
William Kamasi, yeah. I mispronounced his name before and I apologise for that, but no doubt in the referee's mind there that was an offence worthy of the name being taken. Free kick for West Adelaide. Dion Kirk over the ball now. He goes down the line. Cato's the target, but Kamasi gets his head to it. West Adelaide still have it. Connor Golan goes across the park to Luka Dobrovolski. And Dion Kirk hits it with his left. Get into the middle. Nassau, the goal scorer. They just can't seem to bring it under control, can they? The ball's sort of ebbing and flowing from side to side. No one holding on to possession cleanly. And there it is again. Transition over again to Cobras. And eventually the goalkeeper clears. Panayi looks to play it out wide. Doesn't get the ball over. Ota receives it. Plays in Odenwalder on the far side. Odenwalder's cross is a good one. And that's a great header. But what a save again by Nicholas Harpus. That's 2 good saves he's had in this match.
If the last one wasn't save of the week, well, this one definitely has a shout. Fantastic. Almost in slow motion, that felt like.
What a great header, though, from Connor Golan to keep Harpus on his toes. Harpus keeps the score down to 2. Could so easily have been more there.
And I do wonder, though, that, of course, as a player you go for it, but if you leave it for Cato at the back post, it was unmarked, and if he brings it down and has time and space to be able to finish it, we have a different result. But again, it was a really good header, and credit to the goalkeeper there.
West Adelaide still in possession on the far side as the rain starts to lighten a little bit. We had a heavy shower through the half-time period. That stopped, came back, and it's lighter again. We're now into the 73rd minute of this HPG Homes State League 1 tie. 2-0 for West Adelaide on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. A goal in the 8th minute from Ethan Nassau, followed up by a goal within the first minute of the second half from Rovu Boyers, making it 2-0 for the home side. And here come West Adelaide now. That's an ambitious shot. Beat the goalkeeper, and it's gone in. And I tell you what, you won't see too many more goals like that. That's a cracker from just inside his own half.
I think that caught everyone by surprise, David.
Well, the goalkeeper looked certainly very submissive. And I think it might be June Otter that scored that one. But we'll need to double check because there's a crowd of players in there celebrating. But what a shot.
I do believe that's June Otter.
Scored by number 2, June Otter.
June Otter, the right back, scores from just inside his opponent's half. Looked up, had a shot. Harpus was well beaten, and he knew he was well beaten. He didn't even move for it. And West Adelaide go 3-0 up.
It's very nonchalant, wasn't it? Dave was like, I'm just going to have a go here. And, smash the back of the net. And Just fantastic placement because he landed right in the back of the net. And as I said, I don't think anyone expected that. And even the crowd here kind of just reacted as the ball hit the back of the net. You're like, oh, it's actually gone in.
Here comes Junota now on the right-hand side. He's on a brace. He's made it to the byline. He'll get his cross in now. It's coming at the middle. And it struck Yuya Kato's foot, but I don't think he knew too much about it, and he's just pushed it wide. And while Ota's scoring from 45 yards, Kato can't score from 2.
Can you tell, though, that June Ota's full of confidence?
Absolutely.
What a run.
Tell you what, if that one doesn't get into one of the goals of the week this week, I don't know what's going on. Goodness me. And like you said, I think we're all taken by surprise. West Adelaide back in possession. Here's Ibrahim in this near side. Still has it. There's another little tug in the shirt there by Lewis Benedetti. He has to be careful. He's on a yellow for a similar offence earlier. Receives the ball back though. Benedetti goes long and aimless. And straight to West Adelaide, who collect possession gratefully.
Well done there from Amir Ibrahim to keep his feet though.
Ibrahim with it now. Ethan Nassau goes back to his defenders. And eventually James Odenwalder picks up for West Adelaide. They look to build up on the right-hand side. June Otta with it now. Only scores from 45 yards. Makes his way down to the byline. He'll get his right foot cross in. Back post. Nobody there. It comes out the back. Nassau now uses Cato. He comes back to Marco Grelli. Dion Kirk. Back to Nassau. Boyers are just passing it around nicely, just holding on to that possession. Launched forward eventually by Dobrovolsky. I'm not sure when Cobras last had a touch of the ball, or at least a sustained touch of the ball. They still don't. Here come West Adelaide down the right-hand side now. Cross in along other ground. Picked up by Harpus.
You say that, David, and it's actually the first part of the game where on open play it's been uneven. And it's understandable after conceding your third goal and in that manner as well. But to be able to be in the game throughout the whole time and find yourself 3 goals down, despite having a chance, it must be really demoralising. And we're seeing that, I guess, with Cobras today. Kojima picks up the ball.
Yep, Kojima plays it into the middle. Shot eventually comes in. That's a great stop as well from Jackson O'Donnell. So he's trying to earn his money tonight as well.
I think that shot from Harpers was out of anger. Anything, you see him take that shot and then turn around and bark instructions to his teammates. Corner in that far side now.
79th minute of this match here at Kilburn Sports Complex. Ball comes in. 6-yard box. A decent header off the post by Adam Harpus. Cobras not lying down. Still playing football out there despite the deficit.
Bit of a foul there in that far side, but I'll tell you what, Cobras can't buy a goal today, can they? They'll be feeling very hard done by. They've hit the post twice. Yeah. Meanwhile, June Otter scores from, like you said, 45 yards. Just football works in mysterious ways sometimes, doesn't it, David? It's definitely not a 3-0 game.
No, I would say Cobras would probably be a bit flat about this. I mean, they haven't played badly, have they? And they're certainly not 3-0 down. Well, they are 3-0 down. But they're not a side that should be 3-0 down, is my point. Still, there's time for them to get a consolation or 2, or maybe even 3. Who knows? I wouldn't write them off.
After that, they stop being consolations.
That's right, yeah. But they've gone through a little period of possession just now that hasn't looked too bad. You know, they're just holding on to the ball. Haven't really done much up front. I mean, they have tested Jackson O'Donnell with that one shot in just a few moments ago. But other than that, he makes his way to the penalty box, goes to ground. No contact, but it is a corner.
I'll tell you what, if they play like this most weeks, they'll find themselves going up the ladder. Because they've been good value today. It just hasn't fallen their way. Boyers here with the corner. Sorry,
edge of the D. O'Donnell mixes.
Benedetti, sorry, I've got the wrong side.
That's right. Yeah, no, you're right. O'Donnell misses the ball anyway, and it goes out to the far side. Jamie has it now for Cobras. Tries to beat Odenwalder. He kind of has he? Yes, and he cuts it back, but there are no takers. Tomasi's the player who will collect now for Cobras, and he'll chip it into the middle and back into the mix. Quitchy gets his head to it. Maybe trying to flick it on there to Nicholas Harpus, but it was just a bit beyond him. And it's collected by Jackson O'Donnell for West Adelaide. And here come West Adelaide now in this near side. Amir Ibrahim. Tricky little winger. Finds Cato. Cato's forced back by Panayi. Dion Kirk has it now for West Adelaide. Plays it in towards the middle. James Odenwalder.
It's dropping a lot deeper now.
He's very deep there, yes.
The ball.
Almost playing along the back, wasn't he?
Must be an instruction from his coach, Sooners, about kind of changing the way they go about, and now with a 3-goal lead, looking to consolidate rather than just extend.
We have a tussle there between Benedetti and Ibrahim. Ibrahim wins out. West Adelaide have possession. James Odenwalder taken out by the referee there. Drop ball, be uncontested. As a couple of substitutions being prepared yet by Cobras here.
I think we've got
Stephen Gallos is one of the players.
And Liam Gencherelli.
It's not a triple substitution, is it?
So it's Luis Benedetti.
No, it's just two.
Luis Benedetti, and we've also got Andrew Nicola coming off.
Be nicer than if they could just wait till we're ready, wouldn't it? We're just holding off till we adjust our notes here.
We're fast.
Well, you are. I'm a bit slower. Back underway, West Adelaide. And that's Gencherelli's first touch of the ball. It's just to receive it off the back of his head. Going for Cobras on the far side.
Safely back to O'Donnell.
As I mentioned before, apart from that one save he had from Harpus, O'Donnell's really been fairly quiet in the second half. He hasn't really been tested by Cobras coming forward. As we go into the last 10 minutes of play here. It is 3-0 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED needs. West Adelaide really in command now. Mountain too big for Cobras to climb. They conceded in the 8th minute, 46th minute and 72nd minute. West Adelaide with 3 different scorers: Ethan Nassau, Provo Boyers and June Otta with goal of the year. Never mind the week.
Certainly will be in conversations. You don't see that every day, and as a substitute comes from West Adelaide, the first of the day, with Yuya Kato off and Amali Felix coming on. And Felix actually got sent off in pre-season when these two sides played each other, which is when Cobras capitalised and Diamond Min, who's not playing today, scored a couple of goals.
As you mentioned, West Adelaide's first substitution of the night. Cobras have made a few so far, but that's the first change for West Adelaide, and I guess, well, they're 3-0 up. They probably haven't felt the need to change anything. And maybe now it's about giving players a run as we enter the last 8 minutes of play. Ibrahim now for West Adelaide. Solid enough tackle by Jack Dawson, who's had a quieter second half than his first. He was quite prominent through that first 45, been a bit quieter in the second. Cucci now with it, opts to go back to his goalkeeper Harpus. Ashwood back to Harpus and out to this near side to Cucci. Anthony Cucci, number 6, goes inside, finds a Harpus, one of the 3 out there. They lose out. Oh, receive it back. Everybody's been very generous today, giving possession away for free. It's like Christmas. Cobras still have it though. Anthony Cucci now. Another little chip forward. Target was Andreas Panay. Panay loses possession. It's out. It'll be a goal kick.
Tried to get it out for a throw-in instead, but it will be a goal kick after all.
Cobras win the ball back. Here's Jack Dawson again. Forced out wide. Ashwood collects now. Ibrahim gets to it first. Intercepts. Cobras have it. Cucci now. Across the park to his partner in crime on the far side, Ashwood. Loose ball. West Adelaide collect. There's a little bit of space and a shot, but that, wow, that's going to hit someone's car, that one. West Adelaide still have a few players to come off the bench, and this is the opportunity I have now to say that Socrates Sangare and Best Irakosi are on the bench, and that would be the first time you would have seen in a long time the names Socrates and Best on a football lineup.
I love it.
It's good, isn't it?
But it is Cobras that will make the sub. I believe that was Adam Harpus coming off for Terry Davincides.
Goal kick for West Adelaide. It's the 88th minute of this HPG Homes State League 1 tie between West Adelaide and Adelaide Cobras. Here come West Adelaide, currently 3-0 to the good. They're looking for their 4th. Going in the far side. What it takes. Odenwalder gets down to the byline, crosses it into the middle, and it's been scrambled in by their number 4, Amali Felix, who's only just come on as a substitute, and he's off to the corner to celebrate. And that's the game done and dusted as if it wasn't already. 4-0 for West Adelaide in the One World LED Sportal scoreboard.
A bit of a cherry on top here. They're celebrating with the club logo there on the corner flag. That's what you want there from your substitute. They've only made one in Amali Felix, but here's his impact. Like you said, goal line scramble there and puts a cherry on top. And a win that Again, it might be 4-0 on paper, but I reckon for about half that game, it wasn't a game that suggested a 4-goal difference.
No, I mean, the difference on the park hasn't been as great as a 4-goal difference would indicate. For me, Cobras were fairly equally matched through that first half, and they did go down in the 8th minute, but they didn't give up. And it was only 1-0 at half time, and at that point I think Cobras were maybe still in with a chance. But West Adelaide through the second half have just come good. Rovu Boyer scored in the 46th minute to make it 2-0. And then June Otta scored a little tap-in the 72nd minute to make it 3-0. Before Amali Felix has just made it 4-0 in the 89th minute. And we'll soon be moving into injury time. There won't be much of that, I wouldn't have thought. But a thoroughly entertaining game anyway. I've enjoyed my night.
Yeah, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. It's a nice little occasion out here, a nice crowd at Kilburn.
I will have to put you on the spot and ask you for the Power Player of the Match, proudly supported by SA Power Networks. You've got a minute or two to think about
Let
that.
me have a think about it.
Some people do that to me on the spot. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to think about that.
But, you're very nice.
Yes. Dion Kirk now had a solid game at the back for West Adelaide. It's Felix, the goal scorer of a moment ago. He's given a little push in the back there by his opponent, Terry Juventus. Did I get the first name right?
I reckon you did.
Thanks. My apologies for the pronunciation there. As West Adelaide prepare to make the last 2 substitutions of the night for them, and they're not in any rush to do so.
It will be Socrates Sangare alongside Christian Kulas. Jimmy Oldenwalder off after a really good shift for his side, and it will be Roby Boyers off as well after his goal.
It's the first time I've seen Socrates on the pitch in a number of years. Played against Scotland in the 82 World Cup, I remember.
Way before this Socrates' time.
Yes. Socrates and Sangari on. But only really a moment or two, or a minute or two to have an impact in this game.
He's a good free kick taker, though, young Socrates, so we'll see him deliver here. He's already trusted, even at a young age.
Except he wasn't.
He was lining up for it.
Here's Ibrahim now. Socrates is in the outside running for him. But they play it back to Nassau. Kirk, back to Nassau, back to Kirk. They're playing some lovely football and creating the space. Look at the acre they've got now.
Socrates actually joined the Football South Australia side in the Emerging Talents competition last year in Coffs Harbour. So there he is with a cross in.
It's a good right-footed cross from the left-hand side as well. Opened up his body well to get the ball in. There were no takers though, but West Adelaide still have it.
Okay. Confident young player. Won the 18s State League 1 championship last year with his side.
Oh, they're playing magic stuff there. Look at that. Oh, final ball maybe lacking, but nice while it lasted.
Socrates' son, and they inspire Brazil.
That's it. Into the 92nd minute now. Kamasi takes the kick, goes back to Harpus. Ashwood now in the far side for Cobras. Harpus. Not sure where all this injury time's coming from. We're 3 minutes into it now. Cobras just holding onto the ball now. Here's Quitchy now in this near side. Harpus turns and beats 2. Goes out wide to the far side. Comes back to Ashwood. Chip over the top. Too long. Goes out. It'll be a goal kick. Into the 4th minute of injury time now. Jackson O'Donnell with the goal kick for West Adelaide. He opts to go short to Dion Kirk. But that's it. All done and dusted. Your 90 minutes are up. It has finished 4-0 for West Adelaide here in the HPG Homes State League 1 match at Kilburn Sports Complex. Goals in the 8th minute from Ethan Nassau, followed up in the second half from Rovu Boyers in the 46th minute. Ajun Ota tap-in the 72nd minute before Amali Felix, who'd just come on as a substitute, scored in the 89th minute to make it 4-0 on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And Tonis, now I can put you in the spot. Now I can ask you who the power player of the match, proudly supported by SA Power Networks, was, in your opinion.
It's a tough one because I think it was a really good team performance from West Adelaide, but I reckon I'm going to give it to the scorer of the tap-in, David, June Otter. Not just for that incredible goal, but I do think both the way he attacked and the way he defended got West Adelaide out of a bit of trouble there, picking up a couple of important free kicks and inspired a lot of the good attacking play from the back as well. So, fantastic game from him, and in my opinion, which is not legit at all,
No,
I'm going to go...
Counts for absolutely nothing.
I'm going to go with June Otter.
Good on you. Well, the stats have come up on the screen there. You can see fairly even in terms of shots at goal, 11-12. But shots on target's been the big difference, hasn't it? West Adelaide having 9 versus Cobras 3. And, of course, West Adelaide making those shots that they had on target count.
And remember, Nicholas Harpison goals had to have a couple of save of the round contenders just to ensure a couple of those shots didn't end up counting for goals.
We're going to go over time if we talk anymore. I could talk to you all night. I could listen to you all night, Antonis.
Likewise,
but we're going to go over time. We're going to have to sign off here. It's been a great weekend of football. Remember, you can watch all of the FSA League's games on the FSA League's YouTube channel. And from us, though, it's good night. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week at a game somewhere. I'll see you later, Antonis.
See you later, David.
Thanks for being there.